outtakes. I got some outtakes already.
Hello. We're going to have a moment, man. Hello, good evening, and welcome to Blackpool Pleasure Beach and our fan club event. For those of you who don't know me, my name's Andy, and we've got all the operations team and a load of other people helping and hoping to deliver a really good experience for you this evening. Our second ever fan club event, and we want to thank you all for coming. So this event is called Behind the Onion, and this is named after the one that's at the top of the ride. When you work here, you have to make a very important choice. You're either Team Onion or you're Team Droplet. And tonight you will join one of those teams. And full disclosure this evening, you won't get to literally be behind the onion. However, you will get to go behind here, and you'll see parts of the ride that you would never normally get to walk on. You also get a fantastic photo opportunity of the onion from up the far side on the Revolution. However, for 6 of you this evening, behind the onion will be exactly that. As 6 lucky people will indeed get to climb the pull-up, literally walk around the onion, and you'll find out how that works in a second. So now I need you to be all serious for a second, because we have to do a safety briefing. So this is the safety bit, all right? Photos and filming throughout, except when you're on the ride in a minute, are absolutely fine. But please also concentrate on your surroundings whilst you're doing this. Another serious bit. There are large drops. There is a full risk hazard, uneven surfaces, trip hazards, slippery surfaces, enclosed spaces, overhead hazards and steps. Please don't touch the trains at either the Revolution or the Big Dipper during the walks at any time, and don't interfere with any of the working parts of the ride. These are working rides, and therefore you can't get oil and grease and so on you and onto your clothes. You have been warned. Right, so that was the serious bit. So this is the fun stuff. So I want some cheers for this bit. Alright, so how this is going to work this evening. In a moment, we'll invite you to ride the Big Dipper and have an exclusive ride on it. Once you exit, down the normal exit, then you're going to get to play a special classic game of Hook a Duck. It's quite important this, because the ducks have prizes. So it's one duck only to be fished out by each of you, and every single duck wins a prize. So you're all going to win. That's good. You're all going to win an authentic piece of the Big Dipper to take home with you. One of you is going to win a pair of tickets to the Adventure Golf. 2 of you are going to win a pair of tickets to Hot Ice. And 2 of you will win a pair of tickets to the actual birthday party on the 23rd of August. So I hope that will come a long way if you win that. Oh, cheers for that one. Alright. 4 of you will win a cuddly toy. This is like the generation game. Anyone old enough to remember that? Kindly donated by HB Leisure, thank you very much. Cheers for that. And then 6 of you will win Behind the Onion and get to walk up the pull-up and literally walk around the onion this evening. If you win that bit, all safety equipment, training and kit is provided. You have to sign a disclaimer, and you have to be over 12 years of age in order to do that one. Alright, okay. When you've won these various prizes, you'll then be allocated into Team Droplet or Team Onion. If you're in Team Onion, you're going to do the Big Dipper walk first, And all you'll need to do is come back up these stairs and go round into the queue line, and then we'll match you on that walk, all right? So, Team Onion, you're going to do the Big Dipper walk first. If you're in Team Droplet, you're going to do the Revolution walk first, and then the Big Dipper walk. For the Revolution one, so if you're Team Droplet, you go down there to Bradley and Bella's Learning Garden, turn right, and there's a little pen there at the far side that you can queue up in order to do that part. Don't go to the Revolution station, okay? And then once you've finished that one, you come back over to here, or you go to the Revolution, and vice versa. You got it, yeah? When you've finished both walks, if you're one of the lucky ones and you're doing them behind the onion and walking up, you just come back to here and meet us at the fountain, and you'll have something special that shows that you're doing that from when you've done the pick and up. Hope you know. If you're not doing that, then that's the evening complete. We hope you've had a fab time. Champagne and Coffee Lounge is open. I'm there if you do want to buy coffees and drinks at any point. And then as you leave this evening, you will leave through the normal entrance and through the PB shop, where they've got a few. The manager actually sent me a text message, so let's just have a look. Otherwise, I'll get it wrong. So let's get it right there. Right. Nearly there. Alright, so, shall we get the event started? Yeah. So let's ride the Big Dipper. Thank you.
coaster is quite so what we're going to do, when you get to beyond the side, if you just step up on this side.
I won't get in your way as much, guys, but I'm going to say
That the big zebra has one chain for both leg wheels. It's most noticeable
Entering the station, please
line with
unfasten
each
your
other. In
seatbelts.
order to see the return
Whilst
of the
entering
chain,
the
that
station,
that white
please
box
unfasten your
coming down
seatbelts.
there. If you think about it, the fact that they were thinking about this 100 years ago is really smart. It's really, really good little move. I think that's sorry. Shut up, that's the last one. Always sort of surprises me with this as well, the fact that it isn't lined up at the bottom there, and it looks a bit odd, and you can think, well, how does the chain connect with the train there when it first joins? And it's because the train doesn't actually connect with the chain until it's on about 2 meters or so onto the chain, so it doesn't matter, and it's not lined up at that point, which is why that's like that. But yeah, you can see straight line, same chain. And this is also part of the block system on this ride, which wasn't there originally, that was retrofitted. If you're ever on the ride and it stops halfway up the lift hill for a few seconds and then restarts, it is usually because we're offering a 2-train operation. The second train is still in the unload part of the station that hasn't yet moved forward into the load part. So this block section knows that. Obviously, once the train leaves the top of the hill, it's no stopping it again until it gets into the block brake, into the brakes. The brakes at the end are manually operated. We do have a check brake, which you'll see in a minute on this. But we are reliant on a member of staff doing the right thing at the right time to avoid the kind of exciting ride where you go past the fountain very, very fast. Now, you need to really take care on this thing, guys, because I'm not joking when I said there are some big drops and so on. And it's uneven and there is a bit overhead. I don't want you to whack your head on it, and I don't want anyone to fall. Just take care where you put your feet, alright?
stuff when you go home, you don't go on your nice carpet.
Take it off in sections, but if you're going to try and do that inside a building, it's really difficult. Whereas here, we make the poor old PB Express get used for all sorts of things. And you'll see another thing in a minute, but here we take the trains off bit by bit and take them round to outside the PB Express shed, which is a much easier place to get it off and get it back to the maintenance. The maintenance sheds for most of the big rides is all behind Valhalla. So in the winter, we're taking stuff back to there. And so on, so it has to get back. So the good old PB Express actually comes in really handy. And this is a fairly recent addition in the life of the Big Dipper, so it was kind of a smart decision to do that. So we'll go a little bit further on.
Slows it down, yeah. So obviously it depends on the person in the weight box as well. Somebody that's got a bit of weight behind them, which is good, and then you've got somebody else that might be just a skinner. So sometimes it depends on the training size of the people that are in it, so they have to notch you up in the morning. If you have it on 0 in the morning, then it'll just fly. They have to work it out which it is for them.
Express comes up trumps again because the motor in here has lasted for 40 years and we're hopeful that we don't have to replace it, but we do actually have a spare if we needed to. And you'll see that there's a whole lifting gear above it that's built into it, and we've got a fake wall or a really easy to remove wall on the other end that's built in, and we've got a piece of track laid down, so if we ever needed to, we could take that motor out and bring a bogie round from the PB Express and pop that onto it in order to get that one back and to get a new motor in. It's the kind of thing that if you don't do that, if the motor goes down in the middle of the season, that's it for the rest of the season, that's the ride gone, and that's why we kind of do those things. It's an 80 horsepower motor, and so you're just going to rifle through and we're going to go out the other end, so if you follow me. Part of the recent work that we've done on the ride, we used a high pressure jet over the whole ride to remove any rafting or we replace one section of the ride. We normally do that each winter anyway, that's the scale, but because we shut the ride for a period, we were able to take advantage of that, replacing all of that wood, and then it was actually painted by a road access specialist. We did that to limit the amount of scaffolding that we had to do when we were redoing it. That so that we can keep Icon, the PB Express and Infusion open at the same time as doing those works. We did about 85% of the ride. There is some bits of the ride down the far end via the steep train so that we can get to it quiet, so you have to come back. But what it has done is it's kind of raised the bar on what we do with our wooden coasters. We went for a long period of not painting our wooden coasters. This is a whole argument about the type of paint used, whether it causes rot, and so on. Although when they did the Nickelodeon Street, they used a different kind of paint. That worked out really well, and that's kind of restarted that process. So watch this space in terms of Grand National going forward.
They're waiting for a car to come and pick her up.
Yeah, we're just getting off the what's it? Sleepers. charge on the way out.
When you were doing the display, you only got like the red and blue smoke, but also you could actually see them.
So you see that there? That would be
That's coming. Balls and grommets.
Fingers crossed. No. You're right, guys. How you doing?
You missed the aircraft, guys, sorry.
You alright? You okay? Perfect picture there. Perfect picture there.
It's hard to believe. I don't know whether it's catching on camera how much this is wobbling, but this is not half wobbling in the wind.
And the bridge is wobbling too.
Sorry about that, viewers. You're filled with me today. got a cable in for the little platform that pushes it. It must be, mustn't it? It is all rusty, yeah. Well, there's a thing all bound round over there.
Oh, yeah, that's like